Ladies and gentlemen, here it is first. George Mitchell has committed to Georgia Tech University. He is staying home in Atlanta. And our very first game is going to be at home against FCS East here. And on our first play, I'm going to get hit Dylan Leonard for a 21-yard reception. Right here on 2nd and 10, I'm going to roll out to the right, not see anyone. Juke a defender out of his shoes for a good gain, about 15 yards on this play right here. Going to scramble out to the left, try to see a man deep over across the middle, but he's going to drop this. That should have been my first college touchdown, but my receiver's going to drop it. But, we're going to come back at the end of the drive and get 6 points to Dylan Leonard right here. He was on fire this game, by the way. Shout out to him. Right here on 3rd and 2. Don't really see too much. Going to scramble out to the right here and get pushed out of bounds after an 8-yard gain. Right here on the next play, 1st and goal. I'm scrambling out to the right. They do have somebody for me, but I see Leonard once again in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. He gets an 8-yard reception right there for his touchdown. Right here, the screen's freezing up a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to roll out to the right, see a man, Leary, wide over the middle for a 10-yard touchdown. It's my 3rd touchdown of the game. It's now 28-14, about 40 seconds to go. And I'm going to toss this ball up on 3rd and 8. It's going to be not completed. It's going to be incomplete, excuse me. We're going to get the ball right here at the end of the 3rd quarter. I'm scrambling out to the right. I see a man open over the left side of the field. That's going to be Leary for a 34-yard reception. We are going to get our first win in our first start against FCS, but we do have our first test this week coming up against Duke. They are 2-0. We are 1-0 undefeated. And then on the first play of our offensive drive, I'm going to throw it up into double coverage for a horrible pick. Some turnover problems following George into college, but that's okay because right here on 2nd and 8, I'm going to take the top off this time, and Leary's going to go up and make this catch, or excuse me, Rutherford, for a 52-yard gain right there. Right here on 1st and 10, I'm rolling to the left, and I see a man wide open. Leary to the left of the end zone. He had to come back and adjust to that ball. Good catch by him. Right here on 2nd and 5, we got another play action. I'm going to roll out to the right a little bit. See a man over the right side, and that is double covered again, and it will also be picked off. We do get the ball back at the end of the 2nd quarter here, almost halftime, down 14-7 against Duke. And I got my main target, Dylan Leonard, right there to the left. Having a great game. Scrambling out to the right here. Don't really see anybody open. I'm going to back juke, make one defender miss, and get out of bounds here for a 13-yard gain, stopping the clock. 25 seconds to go here before halftime. I'm scrambling out to the left, avoiding tacklers, trying to make a gain. I'm going to be just short of the first down line, and we're not going to score before halftime. We were pretty much stalemated on offense right until this play where I hit Leary over the middle for a touchdown to tie this game up 14-14. We do have the lead here in the end of, or late in the 4th quarter. I'm going to see Leary over the middle, who's going to break not one, but two tackles, and then is going to be taken down shortly after for a 42-yard gain. Right here on 2nd and 1 in the red on the same drive, I'm going to hit Rutherford for a 17-yard gain, and then to cap off their drive right here on 1st and goal, I'm going to throw an interception back to Duke. They're going to maintain the possession of the ball again. That is our 5th turnover as a team. I think I have 3 on the day, but we're going to get the ball back on 2nd and 2. Luckily, here's Leonard again with another great catch, 26-yard reception right there. We do end up punching it into the end zone on that drive, and we're going to come out of here with a W at Duke, handing them their first loss of the season. And we have another tough game, our first ranked game, heading up against North Carolina. They are 2-0 and ranked 18th in the nation. This is also an ACC game, so we're going to try to come out here and win, have a chance to play in the ACC championship later on this season. And right here on 2nd and 13, I'm juking in between 2 defenders for our first touchdown of the game, giving us a lead 7-0. Right here at the start of the 2nd quarter, it is tied up 14-14, and I thought I had a man wide open across the left side here, but it's going to be picked off once again. Just having terrible turnover problems early on in the season. It's 17-14, 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. I'm going to see Leonard up the right side of the field again. He's going to shed a tackle, almost break another one, and then it's going to get tackled, but not until a 30-yard gain. And then right here on 3rd and 2 in the red zone, I'm going to drop back and roll to my left. I don't really see anybody to the left. I'm going to try to outrun this defender. I do hurdle over him, but they're going to mark me short of the end zone. We do end up punching it in, though. It is now 30-28. 2 minutes, 38 seconds left to go. I'm scrambling out double juke right there, making the defender look silly. I did throw a pick on that last drive, so it is now 37-28. North Carolina did come back and score, but we are marching down the field again. 3:15 to go, down 9. I'm scrambling out to the right, don't see anybody. I'm going to take off and use my legs and try to dive for the pylon, but I'm going to miss and dive out of bounds. But right here on the next play, 1st and goal, I'm going to drop back, have a little motion out to the right, and I'm going to make a great throw to Singleton, who somehow makes that catch. It's now 37-35, a minute and 42 seconds left, no timeouts. I have to take my team all the way down the field, and right here on the first play, I'm going to scramble for a 1st down and get out of bounds, and then right here on 1st and 10, I'm going to scramble again and get out of bounds. They're not leaving a spy or anything down there, so I'm just going to use my legs. Right here, got a minute and 23 seconds left. I roll out again to the right. I see nobody over there again watching the QB run. I've made tons of yards just running the ball here on this first drive, and then I'm going to hit Leonard over the middle for a touchdown, which I thought sealed us the game, but we are going to be in overtime here with North Carolina. And right here on 1st and 10 on our first drive, I'm going to dump it off to Leonard, who's going to almost, and he actually does score. He's going to take it all the way in for a touchdown. Dropping back here on 2nd and 3 again. Trying to throw it to Leonard. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 3 here. Dropping back. I see Leary over the middle wide open. I'm going to dump it off to him. It's still 51-58. And right here, I'm going to scramble out to the right and score to make this game 58-58. We do get the ball back and score, but this is the 2-point conversion play that we ran, which ultimately gave North Carolina the ball back and a chance to win. And of course, they capitalized on that. And we are going to lose our first game of the season in a overtime thriller against North Carolina, 64-66. But here we are again, back at home playing another ranked opponent in Virginia Tech. They are surprisingly 4-0, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot count them out. But right here, we're driving down the field so easily on 2nd and 6. I'm going to throw an absolute dot to Leonard right there. He's been a reliable target for me. We're starting to connect a lot together. And right here on 4th and 1, I'm going to scramble into the end zone, giving me my 2nd touchdown of the game. I got 1 passing, 1 rushing. Right here on 2nd and 11, I'm going to chill back in the pocket, hit Leonard again. He's going to get absolutely popped, but he's going to hold on to the ball. Right here on 1st and 10, I'm dropping back. Throw. See Rutherford over the middle. He's going to make a great catch for a 16-yard gain. Time's winding down. Almost coming near halftime. We're up 20-7 over Virginia Tech. We didn't really struggle much this game. As you can see right here, throwing another dot over the middle to Leonard. Me and him are going to have a great time this season. Here we are, 1st and 10. I'm dropped back. Throw. Here I see Leonard again over the middle, and he's going to try to fight his way, bumble his way for some extra yards. We did not get a touchdown on that drive to cap it off, but we are back on offense, up 17. As you can see, I'm hitting Leonard on that first play, then come right back to Benson on the very next play for 17 yards. And then we're going to try to cap off our drive right here on this 1st and 10 where I'm scrambling out to my right, evading a sack, breaking a tackle. I'm going to fumble the ball, and it looks like I'm also going to be shaken up on this play. Tweaked my knee a little bit. That obviously had me sidelined until about a minute left in the game. They put me back in on this read option, pretty much closing the game, giving us our first ranked victory. And as you can see, Leonard had a monster game, 7 receptions, 173 yards, and a touchdown, which brings us into week 5 against Miami. First play right here, I'm scrambling out to Lane, gonna hit him right here for a 1st down. We weren't really getting off to too much of a hot start on offense. As you can see, we had to go for it on 4th down on our first drive. But Leary's going to pick that up with a 12-yard reception. And then right here on 2nd and 10, I'm going to throw it to Leonard. Scary pass. He somehow held on to that. We did end up scoring at the end of that drive, but Miami did come back with a score of their own. Now right here, I'm going to have an amazing throw to Leonard on the left side of the field. He's going to catch that, toe tapping, inbounds. Not seeing anything really open over the middle until Leary clears his defender. We were in striking distance. We only get 3 out of that drive, but Miami comes back and they get some more points of their own. Right here, almost towards the end of the first half, I'm going to hit Lane down the sideline for a 46-yard reception. And then I tried to take the top off, but I throw it into double coverage, and it's going to be intercepted by Williams. And Miami pretty much ran away with that game after those turnovers. And as you can see, I threw another bad pick to Kitchens at the end of the game. So we are going to take our 2nd loss of the season to Miami. But here we are going against 3-2 BYU struggled on the first drive, 2 for 7 in that first offensive drive, and BYU went down to score. But there was no way I was going to lose to BYU. So right here, I'm making a great play with my legs, breaking a tackle, juking 2 defenders, sliding, make sure I'm not fumble, getting hurt. Right here on 3rd and 10, drop back. Dropping back to throw. I see a man wide open over the middle for a touchdown. We are coming back on offense again. I'm seeing Leonard. He's having an amazing season already, and it's only been 6 games. Right here on 1st and 10, we're up 14-7. And I'm going to take an absolutely bomb deep to Lane. He's going to catch that and take it to the apartments. That is a 21-7 lead. This game pretty much got out of hand. As you can see, it's 38-14. And we're going to come out of here with a W, just giving Leonard another touchdown. Hopefully we can keep this going through the season.